What's going on, folks? Hamilton here with the Trading Initiative. Quick video here highlighting the most important chart, I believe, that came out of last week, and that's the advanced decline line across the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. If you've been following our content for the last couple of days, you know we're pondering whether or not that April 7th low was actually the bottom or whether or not we're going to come back down and retest those 2021 highs. We're in the camp that the bottom is probably formed. There's a lot of information there kind of supporting that evidence, and one more of those indicators that's starting to confirm that is your advanced decline line. Now, I want to point something out. Your advanced decline line is a market breadth indicator, right? It tracks market breadth by measuring the number of stocks advancing versus declining each day. There are periods where the indexes will continue to grind higher, potentially into all-time highs, while the advanced decline line declines. What type of situations are those? Well, go back to 2023, where a majority of the alpha came out of Mag 7 stocks. Mag 7 were leading the market higher, and therefore the advanced decline line was lagging behind the indexes. In another type of environment where the broader market is actually participating more than the Mag 7 stocks, you would see this advanced decline line move up and to the right, which is exactly what we're starting to see. Off of the lows here, the April 7th low, big question. What types of stocks are leading? What sectors, what industries, but more importantly, is it the Mag 7 stocks really exclusively pulling the indexes up? If you're a bear, you would say that's a red flag. If only the largest stocks in the market are participating in this rally, you could potentially use that as an opportunity to look to short into some weakness on any sort of actual reversal back to the downside. But we're seeing the exact opposite. We're seeing market breadth expand. The advanced decline line hitting all-time highs on Friday, with the S&P 500 still trading below its 200-day moving average. Now, I do want to point out that price is the most important thing, not indicators. So what we're looking for is price to start hitting higher highs back up and over those previous little swing high back on the 21st of March, get up and over the 200-day moving average. Then you have a path of least resistance higher. But from a market breadth standpoint, the advanced decline line is telling us that a majority of the market is participating in this rally. And once again, if you're on the bull camp, that's really good. If you're in the bear camp, that's not something you want to see, because you'd expect this rally to really be only focused on the largest stocks in the market, and we're seeing the exact opposite. And it's not just the S&P 500. We're seeing the same thing in the Qs. Right? The Qs are also confirming into all-time highs on Friday that it's not just the Mag 7 stocks, the largest stocks in the market, pulling this up and to the right. We're seeing broad-based participation in the NASDAQ as well. Lots of different areas of the tech, consumer discretionary, and communications sectors right now are working. Another way you can quickly look at this, if we take off the advanced decline line, is simply looking at equally weighted indexes in terms of the S&P and the Qs. So we'll go back and look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 here is showcasing us that maybe it's not yet ready to go full bull. We want to get up and over the 200-day moving average. With the ADL telling us all-time highs, you have to be putting money work to the long side here. But if you look at RSP, your equally weighted S&P 500, right? So think about it. The Mag 7 stocks, which take up like 20 to 30% or whatever of the S&P 500, are now more or less the same weight as everything else, the other 493 components of the S&P 500. And once again, showcasing that this bounce is for real. It's not just a couple stocks. As a matter of fact, the equally weighted S&P 500 was up nearly 15% on Friday. We go over and we look at the equally weighted NASDAQ. Once again, we're seeing broad-based participation coming off of the floor. Back on April 7th, we bounced nearly 20% by Friday. So from a market breadth standpoint, the market is working well. There's really no reason to expect that this is going to reverse to the downside, although I do want to point out that until we're up and over those 200-day moving averages in the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, we're not fully committed long. We're taking tactical positions, attacking the strongest parts of the market, flipping a bunch of trades free, and waiting to see if we actually clear those areas. On Friday, we actually were able to turn a bunch of these positions free. You can see that we turned Grinder free. We closed half at 100%, APH, Roblox, Uber, etc. We've been opening up positions for the last couple of trading weeks here, and Friday gave us an opportunity to close a bunch of those completely risk-free for over 100% each. I talked about this exclusively in this weekend's newsletter. I highly encourage you to check it out. It's free. Link is in the description below. I send out one chart per day that we're looking at and why it matters. Once again, going through this concept of the advanced decline line and how important it is that we hit all-time highs without the S&P 500 confirming it yet. Is there an opportunity for the S&P 500 to rip higher while most people expect it to double bottom? Yeah, I think there's absolutely an opportunity for that to happen. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think we bottomed? Do you think we come back down and retest that 475 area back in the April 7th lows? Do we break down below it? Is this the beginning of a new bear market? Was this just an epic bear market rally? I have no idea yet. I'm fair enough to say I don't know, but we are long right now. We're making money to the long side, and we do expect to break up and over the 200-day moving average. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below, and if you're interested in taking all of the trades with us, same trades that we took and closed on Friday for over 100%, link is in the description below. Check us out, and I will catch you tomorrow in the next video.